Have you ever felt completely stuck when your colleague asks, "How do you get to the office?" Or when you need to explain a project delay to your manager? You know the words, but they just won't come out right. This feeling is so common for English learners, especially at work, where the pressure is on. But what if you could learn the exact phrases and vocabulary you need to sound confident and professional? Welcome to the Unlock English podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and this is your daily dose of practical English. Today, we are solving a very specific problem: how to talk about your job, your tasks, and your workday in clear, simple English. This episode is perfect for beginners. We will move step by step, we will practice together, and by the end, you will have the confidence to speak about your work in English. We will cover 4 key areas. First, we will learn how to describe your job and your company. Next, we will talk about your daily tasks and responsibilities. Then we will practice what to say in meetings, including how to agree and disagree politely. And finally, we will learn how to talk about problems and solutions at work. This is a powerful toolkit for your career. So if you are ready to unlock your professional English, let's begin. First, let's start with the basics. How do you talk about where you work and what you do? This is often the first question you hear. Imagine you meet someone new at a conference. They ask, "So, what do you do?" You need a simple, clear answer. You can say, "I work for a large company," or "I work for a small startup." You can also say, "I work in the marketing department," or "I work in finance." And to describe your role, you can use the simple phrase, "I am a," for example, "I am a designer," "I'm an engineer," "I'm a project manager." Let's practice this right now. I will ask you a question, and I want you to answer out loud, right where you are. Don't worry, no one is listening but you. Ready? Here is the question. What do you do? Pause the audio and try to say your answer. I work for a. I am a. Excellent! You just had your first mini conversation. Now let's add a little more detail. You can talk about your team. You can say, "I am part of a small team," or "I work with a large team." You can say, "My team is responsible for sales," or "My team creates new products." This is the foundation. Knowing how to introduce your work is the first step to confidence. Now let's talk about your daily tasks and responsibilities. Now that you can introduce yourself, let's talk about your daily work. How do you describe what you do all day? This is where action words are very important. We use simple verbs to talk about our tasks. For example, I write reports. I analyze data. I attend meetings. I manage projects. I call clients. I create presentations. I answer emails. Notice the pattern? We often use the simple present tense because we are talking about regular, repeated actions. Let's practice with a very common work activity: meetings. What do you do in a meeting? You can say, "I share my ideas. I listen to my colleagues. I take notes. Sometimes I give a short presentation." To make your English sound more natural, you can combine these ideas. For example, every morning I check my emails and then I plan my day. In the afternoon, I usually work on my main project and I attend 1 or 2 team meetings. I want you to think about your own day. What is one thing you do every morning? What is one thing you do every afternoon? Try to say 2 sentences about your daily routine. Go ahead, pause, and try it now. Great job. Now, a very important part of work is communication. You need to talk to your boss and your teammates. So, let's learn some essential phrases. How do you ask for help? You can say, "Could you please help me with this?" Or, I have a question about the project. How do you explain what you were doing? You can say, I am currently working on the report, or right now I'm preparing for the client meeting. These small phrases are the building blocks of office communication. They are simple, but they are incredibly powerful. Using them shows you are a proactive and clear communicator. Stick with me because next we are going to move into meetings. This is where many English learners feel nervous, but I will give you the exact phrases you need to participate with confidence. Welcome back. You are doing great. We are now going to tackle a big challenge for many people: speaking in meetings. This might seem difficult, but you do not need to give a long speech. You just need a few key phrases to share your opinion and show you are listening. First, let's talk about agreeing. If you like someone's idea, you can say, "That's a great idea." "I agree with you." "Exactly. I think that's the right way to go." What if you do not agree? This can be tricky, but it is important to be polite. You do not say, "You are wrong." Instead, you can say, "I see your point, but I think that's a good idea, but have we considered," or "Could I suggest another option?" These phrases are soft and professional. They show respect for your colleague's idea while sharing your own thoughts. Now, how do you give your own opinion? You can use simple starters like, "In my opinion," or "I think that," "From my perspective." For example, "In my opinion, we should focus on the first project," or "I think that the deadline is too soon." What if you don't understand something? This happens to everyone. Never stay silent. It is much better to ask. You can say, "Could you please repeat that?" "I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand. Could you explain it again?" "Could you give an example, please?" Asking for clarification is a sign of a good employee, not a weak one. Let's practice a quick meeting dialogue. Imagine your colleague says, "I think we should launch the product next month." You want to disagree politely. What do you say? Try it now. Use one of the phrases we learned. Perfect! With just these few phrases, you can participate actively in any meeting. You can agree, disagree, share your view, and ask questions. This is a huge step for your English confidence and your career. And coming up next, we will handle the most difficult situations, talking about problems and finding solutions at work. In any job, problems will happen. A project is late, a computer stops working, a client is unhappy. How do you talk about these problems in English? The key is to stay calm and use clear, solution-focused language. First, you need to explain the problem. You can say, "I am facing a small problem with," "I have encountered an issue with the," "There is a delay with the." It is important to be direct, but not to panic. After you explain the problem, you should talk about the solution or the next step. You can say, I am working on a solution right now. Could we discuss some possible solutions? I think we can fix this by... For example, you could tell your manager, I have an issue with my computer. It is very slow. I am contacting the IT department now to fix it. This shows you are responsible and handling the situation. Another common situation is talking about deadlines. If you need more time, you must communicate this early. Do not wait until the last minute. You can say, I'm sorry, but I think I will need more time for this task. The project is taking longer than expected. Could we extend the deadline to Friday? I'm afraid I can't finish this by tomorrow. Would next Monday be acceptable? This is much better than missing a deadline without an explanation. Now, let's bring it all together. You have learned so much today. You can introduce your job, describe your daily tasks, speak up in meetings, and handle problems. This is a complete toolkit for work English. Your mission now is to practice one thing from this episode today. Maybe it's introducing yourself. Maybe it's using one new phrase in a meeting. Take one small action. And to help you, here is your final challenge. I want you to answer this question in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, or just think about it if you're listening. What is one English phrase from today's episode that you will use at work this week? Sharing your goal makes it more real. Thank you for spending your time with me today. You are taking important steps to improve your English and your career. I am so proud of your effort. Until next time, keep practicing and keep speaking. Goodbye.